fraction. Chad, what got you interested in God and economics?
Well, I think for the last year and a half, maybe even the last 5 years, but people have been really concerned about the economy. How's it supposed to work? What's going on? Why is my housing prices going down? What is the devaluing of the dollar? What's going on? And does God speak to any of these things? And so I began to research it, just my own personal interest, and the more I dug into it, I realized he had a lot to say about it, and our congregation and their friends were wanting to know how should economics, be it personal, a family, or even a national budget, apply God's principles.
Well, today, Chad, one of the great tensions is between capitalism and socialism, and sort of the common thought now is that capitalism is about greed and taking advantage of people, and socialism, even though it may be flawed, is more or less positioned as the right way to go about helping people. Is that what your study confirmed? Do you see capitalism and socialism in those two different camps?
Oh, not at all. In fact, that may be the way I grew up hearing about it. When you look into it, it comes down really to one thing, which is property rights. Capitalism is about incentive. It's about property rights. It's about freedom. And when you have property rights, you have the ability to make decisions about your land, your company, your business. And socialism is when the government has control or takes your property rights, and they say, hey, we're going to take your money from one person and give it to another person, but we're going to control it. We're going to central plan it or intervene. But the Bible over and over and over again affirms property rights. In fact, when God took the Israelites out of Egypt, he said, I want to teach you to be a free people. And you first need to understand that you own property and you'll work the property. He said in the Ten Commandments, you shall not envy or you shall not steal or covet your neighbor's donkey or house. In other words, they own it. They have property rights to it. Even in the book of Acts, as Ananias and Sapphira sold their money to give to the church, but they kept back a portion of it. Peter confronts them. He doesn't say, hey, you had to give all your money, or the government was supposed to come in and take your money. He says, it was yours when you sold it. It was yours before you sold it. You have property rights to it. It was in your control. The issue was that he was lying about how generous he was being, but even the last thing that Ananias heard before he died, Peter was affirming property rights in his dying breath. So it's ironic that that's the last thing he heard before he went to be with God.